Hello, I'm Ken Jefferson, candidate for Jacksonville Sheriff. Recently, my opponent has chosen to launch a series of personal attacks against me rather than discuss with you the serious issues that face our community. I'm saddened to see him take this gutless approach. However, as an honest man myself, he has raised a few issues that need to be addressed. First, let me say that, like my opponent, I have made some mistakes in my life, mistakes from which I have learned and have grown. Almost 20 years ago, I did experience a period of time where it was difficult for me to pay my child support, but I quickly caught up and paid every dollar. It was the legal and morally correct thing to do. Almost 20 years ago, I did experience a time when I fell behind in my taxes. As you can imagine, with the IRS, the penalties and interest have snowballed at a rate faster than I've been able to keep up with. I'm actively working with my attorney and the IRS with a payment plan to satisfy every dollar I owe. Unlike my opponent, I have told you the truth even when it did not make me look so good. What my opponent conveniently did not tell you is that only 2 to 3 years ago, after a troubled pattern of personal borrowing and overspending and refinancing his personal home several times, which left him $400,000 in debt for his $200,000 home, he simply quit paying his mortgage payments and allowed his home to go into foreclosure. And he did this while working for the JSO as a director and making over $130,000 per year. Furthermore, when we were both questioned by the Florida Times Union recently about our finances, my opponent did not tell the truth when he said he had never been sued, knowing he had been served a foreclosure notice. And when the Times Union asked about the incorrect response, he did not tell the truth again when he said it was simply an oversight. Then he backpedaled, saying he was not even sure if he had been properly served a foreclosure notice. I have not chosen to make this race personal, but since my opponent has, I feel it is only appropriate that I tell you both sides of the story. The truth is, we have both experienced financial difficulties in our past. I hope now we can focus on Jacksonville and what we need to do to bring about the change we need in Jacksonville and to restore the trust between the police officers and the citizens we serve. I'm the only candidate to develop and publish a written plan to attack violent crime, drug crime, and gang activity in our city and reduce it by 25% my first year in office. I am ready to go to work. It's time the JSO changed the way they do business. It is time to reintroduce the JSO to the community. Our city deserves better. Our citizens deserve better. And you deserve better. I am Ken Jefferson, candidate for Jacksonville Sheriff, and ask you for your vote on May 19th.